So, coming to the topic for today's discussion, that is democracy and democratic governance. India, by population, is one of the largest. In terms of democracy, is one of the largest in terms of population. And from the time of our first elections in 1951 to the general elections, we have seen a whole lot of generational shift that's happened in terms of how our democracy has progressed. So how would you define democracy and democratic governance in the context of India and your home state, Tamil Nadu?
Firstly, thank you so much, sir, for having me here. It's a great pleasure to participate in the Mangalore Lit Fest. Each year it is growing very big. You're getting some of the best speakers here, and Mangalore, of course, has got some of the best knowledgeable people in the world and very smart people, and I think it's a privilege to come here and talk. It's slightly a question which I want to give more emphasis to the world called democracy. I just finished a course in Oxford. I spent about 3 months there in a fellowship, and everywhere I go, the first question I hear from people is, oh, democracy is backsliding in India. You look at the press index score, it is going down. You look at this index, that index. So 3 months, most of my time went in defending in Blood Atlantic School of Government and different places to tell them, first you don't understand Indian democracy. For any Western person who's looking at Indian democracy, so we have 250,000 gram panchayats where there is a direct democracy, 250,000. So every 5 years, a group of people in a village, we select who should be our village headman, a panchayat leader. And we have 4,041 municipalities where we elect every 5 years. We have 4,120 member of legislative assemblies. Like our Captain Brijesh Chota, we have close to 543 member of parliament. It's a very unique exercise. And anybody outside our country can never understand how deep-rooted democracy here is. And also the breadth of democracy. And if you look at an MP in UK, he has got an average voter of 1,20,000. An MP in France is 1,10,000. An MP in India, an average voter is 25,70,000. So we are 25 times more in terms of breadth. For example, the House of Commons in UK has got 650 MPs. Such a small country, 8.5 crore, like Tamil Nadu's population. Each MP is 1.1 lakh. So Western people, we need to spend that extra time to tell them, look, India is always democratic. Democracy is in a fabric. But what we are trying to prove, sir, what the current government, what Mr. Modi and everybody are trying to do, in a democratic space, the country can grow. That's very important, sir. Normally, if you look at the great tiger economies, Singapore, Taiwan, or the China's growth in the last 25 years, in the last 50 years, you take all the great countries that has grown in the world, no country is democratic. So we are the first country who's breaking this myth. As a democracy, we can grow. In 1985, sir, if you take the year, India's per capita GDP and China's per capita GDP were the same, $295. Both were same. An average Indian $295, an average China $295. China is almost hitting $10,000 now. They're about 4.5 times more than us. So 1985 to 2025, if you compare 40 years, China has grown 4 times bigger than us. We are a 4 trillion, they are 18 trillion. Now people tell us, look, China has got something right. I keep telling them, no. In democracy, the way you grow, it is not easy to just grow. Sorry, sir, I'm taking long answer to your first question because I want to set a context. China wanted to build a dam called Three Gorges Dam, Yangtze River. They want to displace 12 lakh people, 458 villages, 14 towns. They did it in 8 years. For us to build a Sardar Sarovar Dam, displacing 1 lakh people, it took 65 years. So democracy inevitably has got a lot of challenges. You take everybody along. That too in a country like federal democracy, there is a state, there is a country, there is a language problem. Half the time there is a fight. So that is why India's democracy is very, very peculiar. It is very unique to India. And we are very happy to be a democratic nation. Anybody trying to judge from outside, I only tell them that probably you don't know Indian democracy. Thank you, sir.